Thank you so much for that lovely welcome. My name's Val, as Maria so eloquently said, and I'm Miss San Francisco Leather 2013, as displayed on my sash, and on my lovely leather waistcoat, and I'm not going to put that there. I'll put that there. Put it over here. And I also have this beautiful gold medal. So I get a lot of paraphernalia, a lot of regalia. So I was brought up in this country, and I came out into the BDSM scene, and I played around, and there's all sorts of fun to be had. And then I started to go to the States, where I found that there was an organised scene over there, like big organised leather community. And it's really, really fun. And there's all of these leather clubs. And I thought, why is this all going on? Instead of just like coming to a bar night, going to a place to go. No, there's all these membership organisations. And I wondered, why did this happen? My theory is, it's not really, I'm not a historian, so don't take it as fact. But after the war, there's a lot of men's gay motorcycle clubs. And they would go out to the woods on a run, and then they would go off and have sex in the woods with each other, and then they would entertain each other with a show, often involving getting up on stage, making a fool of yourself, dressing up in drag, all sorts of lovely things like that. And I believe this merged in with the scene of pageants, beauty pageants that they have in America, like Miss This and Miss That, to form a leather title scene. So in the States you have all of these organised clubs. Like in San Francisco, there's a women's one, or women and trans, or women and people who are not men, called the Exiles, which I'm a member of. And there's also one called the 15, which is for all people who are absolutely men. And then there's some others are in between. And between all of these clubs, they have a very big organised scene, and there's lots of conferences that you can go to and make play dates with people and learn about kink and teach about kink and all of that. But what I want to talk to you about is the process of running for a leather title, because I am Miss San Francisco Leather 2013, and I'm very excited to be that. Thank you. So here's what happened for running for a title. I decided that I wanted to run because, frankly, I wanted to have this. I think it's beautiful. I think it's so beautiful. I also wanted to say I have a sash. Unfortunately, this sash, you only get it for 1 year. You have to give it back to the next one. Sad. But I have it now, and I get to wear it and show it to you. That's very exciting. So the process of running for the contest goes like this. It's just like running for a beauty pageant, only a little different. First, you have a judge's interview, where you stand in front of the judges for about half an hour. They ask you question after question after question. And then you go on the stage in the evening and you answer a pop question. They pull it out of a hat and you have to answer a funny question. And you also have to wear an outfit, a nice outfit. And then you have to do a skit or a fantasy. So I wrote a little fantasy. It's a 5-minute scene. And in that scene, I played the husband, and I was trapped in a loveless marriage with a woman that was very beautiful, but I didn't like her because I was actually a gay leather boy. And I wanted to be dominated and punished by a leather man. And so she didn't understand, but I was being horrible and rejecting, and so she called the dominatrix, oh, come and tell this man what to do. And the dominatrix is trying to tell me what to do and beat me up, and I'm running away from her until she brings out a truncheon. And the truncheon, ooh, I'm looking at the truncheon, ooh, truncheon, ooh, looks like a big cock. And I'm saying, oh, what's that? Well, I'm trying to suck on it. And then she has an idea. She picks the phone up, she calls the leather daddy, and then he does all sorts of horrible things to me. And then that's the end of the story. And we go off all happy. That was my skit. And I also had to do a speech, and I will recreate for you my speech. The speech is only 1.5 minutes, so don't worry. I will say it even quicker, since I'm talking in England, where everyone talks fast, unlike America, where you have to talk really slow, otherwise they don't understand you. Because you have an English accent. So, I want to tell you my speech. So my speech starts, I want to tell you about a conversation that I had with my mother back in 1994. She says, tell me again, why are you going to Toronto? I am going to a leather conference, mother. A leather conference? What is that? Something to do with handbags? no, not exactly. And so I explained it to her, a little bit, tactfully, not too much detail. No, not too much detail at all. We never spoke of it again. But it became kind of a code between us. And when it was time for me to compete in Ms. San Francisco Leather, she knew that I was there in a handbag competition. And then fast forward another several years until earlier this year, actually, and it was the San Francisco Pride celebration. Now, I'm a member of a synagogue in San Francisco, and I go regularly. So when my synagogue had the very first time a booth at the San Francisco Pride Festival, I really should have been volunteering. But, you know, I was already working all day. I was going to be doing all the demos of whipping at Leather Alley, which is a section of Pride which is really fun, which all has a BDSM in it. So I wasn't quite ready to tell them. Oh, I'm not quite ready to tell them this. I'm busy. I'm sorry. I have a different commitment. And then I got brave, and on the actual day I went down there on my break from Leather Alley, and I said, oh, I'm just on a break from volunteering over at Leather Alley. Nobody asked what it was. They didn't ask me about handbags or anything else. But nothing changed for me at the synagogue. And really what that meant to me was that coming out is a risk, but there's a great deal of power in simply being yourself. And that was the end of my speech. But then the next day, after I won, I usually talk to my mother every day, every week rather. On a Sunday I talk to my mother for an hour or so. She's 82 and she lives in Italy. And, you know, we miss each other, and so I talk to her every week. But I was going to the victory brunch of the contest. And so I couldn't talk to her, so I called her from outside the cafe and I said, oh, look, I can't talk to you today, Mother, because, you know, I won that handbag competition. So she's like, oh, okay, I'll talk to you next week then. And then she sent me a text. Congratulations, Ms. Handbag, San Francisco. I know, how sweet. And I kind of wonder, you know, after you win Ms. Handbag San Francisco, if you have to go on to compete in international Ms. Luggage. So that was my experience of running for a title. A few other things have happened since then. I did come out a little bit further at my synagogue. The vice president of the congregation wanted to friend me on Facebook. And so I waited till I saw him in person, and I said, look, Jeff, there's a health warning associated with my Facebook profile. I'm happy to be your friend, but you have to understand, I do put some quite interesting things on there. And he said, oh, so what sort of things? I said, well, like political things, religious things, humorous things, and political things. And yes, I did say it more than once. But I also posted a lot of pictures. He said, oh, what sort of pictures? I said, well, me standing there next to somebody wearing full leather, usually. He said, oh, okay, he said. I said, I'm Miss San Francisco Leather, Jeff. He said, really? Oh, great. Do you like other parts of BDSM then, or is it just leather? I said, no, it's the other parts, Jeff. He said, oh, okay, great. And then I became his Facebook friend and everything was fine. So, what's the difference between the scene here and the scene there? Well, the scene there is very much bigger, more organised, and there are all these beauty pageants, and that's really the big difference. Also, they do a lot of organised fundraising and charity work. And back in the days of the Spanner case, which we remember back from 20 years ago, they gave a lot of money to the Spanner campaign from the States, from the leather community. And part of my title responsibilities is to go around and promote the BDSM scene within and without the scene, and as far afield as I can. So I'm going to get big brownie points, you guys, for being here. So thank you very much. And thanks very much for the opportunity. And I'll take questions. Thanks.
What do you enjoy most about being the San Francisco Leather?
What do I enjoy most? Well, actually, what I enjoy the most about being Miss San Francisco Leather so far is that it really gives me a good excuse to meet people and to go out and about and promote the BDSM lifestyle, and to get up on stage like this on my own accord and show my paraphernalia. We've had my regalia. What I like actually as part of my work. One of the reasons why I won, I think, is because I do a lot of work with the BDSM community in San Francisco, and I do some organising of talks and things like that. And as part of an organisation. And what I enjoy is being up on my own accord. as just me. Is that your microphone now working?
It's okay, Liam, it's working.
Yes?
Have you sent your mother a handbag yet?
I have not sent my mother a handbag.
Shame on you.
But the thing is, it's not really about handbags, is it? That's the thing.
Have you not thought that maybe she's just trying to get a handbag and that's why she's mentioned it?
Do you think she's been wanting to get a handbag since 1994, actually? That's probably the case, actually. And I will not give her a handbag, but I will give her my Ms. San Francisco leather business card. I will give her that.
I've watched Miss Congeniality, and a lot of it is about the outfit. So what was your outfit?
Oh, thank you. Actually, I was supposed to tell, I forgot to tell about all of my outfits.
Oof.
Is this me doing that, or is that you?
No.
So, the parts of the contest were pop question and barware. And for barware, it is whatever makes you feel sexy to go out cruising in a gay bar or a kinky bar. And what I wore was just like a little black vest with this waistcoat over it, and a pair of camouflage shorts, and my boots that I'm wearing, and a belt. And that's kind of about it, I think. I might have had, I had a stick with me, a cane, and I was waving it about. And then the presenter, the MC, grabbed one of the sticks off me and started trying to hit me with it. And that made everybody laugh a lot. And then there was another part where I did my fantasy, the part where I was explaining what I was actually dressed in a white vest and red boxer shorts. And a packer. Yeah. And then for my speech, I was wearing a dress shirt with a black bow tie, and also this thing. And I had one of those utility kilts, a black kilt, and my boots. And I think, after the judges' interview, I had these black jeans. No, I didn't. I had my better black jeans. These are my ordinary black jeans. They were a brand new pair that was absolutely clean and dark and had never been washed yet, except for just the first time. And I had a different pair of boots on that didn't need to be looking polished because I was too scared to be in front of the judges with this kind, because in case they got scuffed. And a white shirt. This white shirt, I think, actually, and this tie. That was all my outfits. There was no swimsuit section.
Yeah, hiya. I was wondering, we talked about this earlier. This is Miss San Francisco leather. Is it a Mrs. one as well?
Mrs.
Because I guess it is the Mr. one. So what are the categories?
Well, there's a Mr. San Francisco leather, and there is a Ms. San Francisco leather. And as part of my application that I filled out, I'm like, okay. I would like to represent this title as a butch because it's not just for girls. They do put very carefully. You must be willing to represent the women's BDSM community. Doesn't mean you have to identify as a woman, because I am genderqueer. Thank you. Any more questions? Oh, another question.
If you wanted to get into the BDSM here in the UK, how would I start even going about it? Like,
What, to get into BDSM scene here?
You're in the right place.
Well, I don't know, you might be able to find somebody here at Bar Whatever.
Yeah, when you're saying welcome.
You never know. There are some people like here, I think.
darling, you are in the right place. I think
it up.
obviously they abuse it or whatever, and they go you the wrong direction, as it were. So the best way, the safest way, without being put in the wrong direction.
Yeah, I would definitely say here. I think I feel very safe and loved amongst this community here. And people wouldn't steer you wrong here in this place. And they'll probably say, I think that there are some places where you could go and do scenes and have kinky scenes and stuff. I don't know what those clubs are anymore. I mean, there used to be a club Fuck. Is that still around? I don't know what there is.
Okay, now so SM Dykes is running, which is the sort of like meeting up, but also doing workshops and things like that. We're running something called Sweat. We did one on Thursday. And we are also running things in dungeons and various places. So yeah, you are definitely at the right place.
And there's also that conference in Manchester, right?
Yeah.
Manchester conference in May.
Yeah. And a lot of stuff like this, if you're on fetlife.com, you can find out about them.
Excellent, FetLife. Yeah, that's a good one. Somebody had asked me about leather families before, and I forgot to mention. So I will tell you a little bit, and FetLife has reminded me. Because if you go on FetLife, you have a whole lot of things that it's on Facebook, you know, you have relationship status, right? Single, or it's complicated, or married, and that's about it, really. But on FetLife, you can have master of, dominant of, submissive of, under the protection of, protecting, and all those type of things. And what this means is that people are not monogamous necessarily, they're poly, and they have all these different kind of things that they do. Sometimes they have sex with each other, sometimes they just play with each other, sometimes there's a whole family of them, that I play with this one, and I have sex with that one, and I dominate this one, and I submit to that one, and these two dominate me, and then I dominate those two together, and this one I only beat, but this one I can fuck, you know, and so it's, you have all these different complicated things that you can say about it in FetLife. It's all very clear. You can be very, very explicit about what you want to do. So that's a little bit about leather families. In other words, a leather family is just like a collection of people that play together. The family that plays together stays together.
Woo! Woo! Does anyone else have any more questions?
Are you
Oh, do you want the microphone, darling, and then you're going to shout?
I can repeat this question.
Are you competing in 2014? And if not, why not?
Oh, I'm competing like for the same thing, or you mean competing for international? Yeah. He asked am I competing for the same title next year, and if not, why not? I'm not planning to compete for the same title again. If nobody else wants to compete for it, I would get it by default. I would just keep it. So until somebody else competes. Miss San Francisco Leather 1999, Pam Meyer, became International Miss Leather the same year. And then she was Miss San Francisco Leather until Molina won it in 2009, because they didn't have a contest for 10 years. So she was Miss San Francisco Leather for 10 years. And the reason for not competing again, you just don't need to, you just keep the title. I will always have this, I will always be this person. But another part of the contest I had to agree to, I signed an agreement with the producers of the contest that I would compete either in International Miss Leather or American Leather Woman, which are two different titles. I'm not competing next year. It will be 2015. I will do my entire title year of Miss San Francisco. I will have a short break, and then I will compete in International Miss Leather in 2015. Yeah, that's what I'll be doing.
Well, good luck with that.
Well, thank you very much indeed. It's like, if I win that, there'll be an awful lot more work than this one. Stephanie Pettit.
Hello. I just wanted to say thank you. You brought back some good memories of my leather experience in America. It is, if nobody's been on the leather scene in America, go. It's a whole different ball game to the one that's here, and it's an amazing experience. And there are loads of groups over there, and lots of very supportive people, and that's it. But thank you for a fantastic talk. And
thank you very much, Joanne.